Well, look, we're joined now by security expert Will Geddes. So, the revelation of this name, how has it come to light now?
Well, from what we understand, the security services, the FBI, knew his identity back in about September of last year. It's believed that right now, the actual name has been released by the media and by a string of the media. And because the security services at the moment and the FBI are both making no comment right now. So it would appear that it perhaps has been leaked unconventionally and probably won't be making the security services or FBI particularly happy right now.
What's the impact of this leaking then? Can it be a positive thing?
Well, I don't know really to what aim or gain it's going to achieve by releasing the name. If the security services and FBI knew his identity already, they would have been tracking his communications. They would have been looking at who he might be talking to, friends, families, associates, to try and establish any kind of network, or certainly in terms of any kind of resource or support that he might be getting. And most importantly, to try and identify his location.
It's tricky, though, isn't it? Because people are, in some of the papers, there are photos of youngsters, they believe it's him young, and all sorts of images are coming out, and you wonder what the reaction is then going to be from IS to the revelation of this name.
Well, I think we might see one of two things happening here. We might, if indeed this is Jihadi John, and it is the same individual and the same person. At the moment, we can't say that for certain. We have an individual that's very well concealed and disguised on these videos, and we have the voice track. It could have been easily dubbed over another individual or another actor. But I think what we may see is, if it is indeed our same man, it is Jihadi John, then I think we may see another video by IS, propaganda, with him unveiled, if you like. Really? I think that is a possibility. If it isn't, then I think he's going to potentially disappear into the background. We may not see him again.
We were told that, or we understand that he was known to security services back in 2009. There will be questions asked if it is indeed him. Should more have been done back then? Could more have been done? If it had been done, would we have been able to stop him becoming this iconic figure for IS that he has?
Well, yes, there's a lot of debate about this yesterday, and they were saying, were security services trying to recruit him? The way human source intelligence will work is they will try and find assets within particular groups that haven't been too radicalised at that stage to feed intelligence back to the security services. But they won't be that persistent that they'll continue to try and badger an individual. And I'm not at the moment buying this radicalisation process as a result of the security services trying to recruit them. So it is believed that...
Why don't you think that was the case?
Well, they've only got a limited amount of assets, and you're going to be looking for a friendly asset that you can try and coerce into providing intelligence back to you. Now, you may use various different methods to do so, but if you are knocking on an empty door, you are going to go elsewhere. You're going to look for other assets.
But surely if they were trying to recruit him at all, it would imply that they had suspicions. So I guess what Ben's also saying is, why did they not keep a closer eye to prevent him leaving the country, going to Syria and being in this situation?
No, it's a good point here, and I think, again, it comes back to the same old thing that we're always going to be saying, which is that the security services have a limited amount of capability. They can only apply that capability on what they believe to be priority targets, and this is why we'll continually see these instances of individuals dropping through the net, if you like.
OK, Will Geddes, thanks for joining us this morning, Will.